That'll be fun. Bellarmine playing tonight. See how those ladies do. See if they can string some wins together. They've been having a little bit of a struggling year, and it's time for them to start getting back right. What's up? I didn't see this. What did they say? Yeah, it's probably said some things that you. I'll have to look into that. You definitely know that they didn't probably get into too much positivity there, but waiting for JR, waiting for Curtis to join up here on the Ticket Punchers on the stream side of things. Matt, I wanted to kind of just ask you, you've been a everyday better with me on the Running with Roman show, now having joined the Ticket Puncher show a few different times. How are you feeling about tonight's slate? We've got a lot to look into. There's some college basketball action tonight, some NBA action tonight. Are you ready to chat with a few bets about what? A few chat bets with us here for a few?
Basketball slate isn't too impressive tonight, but the NBA is looking pretty good. Like I said, you're running with Roman. My big X big bet was Rockets spread against the Thunder. So I'm probably going to just stick to the NBA for right now. And I mean, the college basketball slate isn't really much right now. So I think I'm going to stick to the NBA.
Sounds good. We've got J.R. Anderson joining up now here on the live broadcast. J.R., how are you today, sir?
Good. What's up, Matt?
Glad to have you. And we're going to get Matt this link here as well so he can join up on that computer. And the people on the virtual side of things can see him as well. Fellas, I want to chat with you guys. I want to ask your all's opinions on a few things because there's a pretty much a full slate in the NBA tonight. We've got a lot to look into. I wanted to see kind of where you guys are standing, though, as we'll have some NFL action in just a couple of days. Bills, Broncos on Saturday, along with the 49ers and Seahawks on Saturday night. And then, of course, Sunday, Texans, Patriots at 3 with the Rams and Bears at 6:30. A few close lines, one big line on this one. JR, I wanted to have you kind of start this off for us. How are you approaching this playoff weekend? What team are you, or what teams maybe are you looking at? What lines are you looking at? Have you been looking at any odds to be potentially falling or moving in any direction, or waiting for any odds to move? Or maybe there's a player prop out there that you think there's a hidden gem of. Talk to us a bit on that, JR.
Yeah, so, you know me, Weatherman JR. I've been keeping up with the weather to see what we're looking like there in Chicago. I know it's not looking good whatsoever with the blizzard and stuff that they're having to endure at the moment. But definitely I feel like that is probably going to be my favorite game out of the slate in general. Rams are, if you look at the record, Rams are 1-9 in frigid temperatures. They don't fare so well, man. So the spread right now is 60% leaning towards the Bears and only 40% towards the Rams. You know, the Bears have had the most fourth quarter comebacks. I believe they were up to like 7 or 8 coming into the postseason. And then, of course, what they just did last week. In my opinion, I still love Rams money line. And I hate to say it, but I still love the under in this game. If the weather is going to be what it is, I don't think there's no way in hell that they score 48.5 points in that type of frigid weather. I do think it'll be a kind of a ground and pound it type of game. And we also don't know the wind chill factor. So those are the two lines that I'm looking at so far. Under 48.5 and, of course, Rams money line. It's minus 198. It's not too juicy, but you could parlay it with something.
Am I crazy, JR and Matt? You can answer this as well. Like, I think the 49ers can play these Seahawks close. Yeah. Why do people are like, oh yeah, if Seahawks win that one easy. Do you guys think that people like take the initial line and let that kind of be the last factor in what they believe how a game is going to go? I don't like looking at lines in playoff games. I mean, yes, Vegas knows more than I do, but with that being said, 49ers have already done it once. Why? Yeah. Who's to say they can't do it again? Why is this not like a 4.5 or 5.5 kind of a line?
Matt talking.
No, he's not. Oh, sorry. I got him. No, he's not.
Okay. Go ahead, Matt.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree with you. The lines on playoff games in general, whether it's especially the NFL, forget other sports, is really hazy. I feel like you said, Roman, it kind of comes down to the last moment. You really get to see what Vegas is thinking behind the scenes, and I feel like there's a lot of movement in playoff games because there's so much money involved. If you really want to make some serious money in the playoffs, in my opinion, it's the one time I go against myself, and it's player props. You see that some really big players step up. That's also where a lot of contract incentives come into play for the season. So you got a bunch of players who are on watch for that.
Yeah.
Themselves have 3 or 4 players that are on incentives right now. So yeah, I agree with you. I try and tend to stay away from spreads against playoff games. It's a little too hazy with all the factors that come into play.
Yeah. I have a tough time getting a good gauge on the spreads for playoff games just because there's so many different numbers that do go into it. I like player props because another factor is the first team rep guys, they play, right? It's your season's do or die. You're not going to the backups as much as you would in a regular season game or even your too high unit, So I think that this is definitely a spot in this game specifically. I think there's going to be a good amount of offense. I think that the 49ers have shown they can think outside of the box, create ways, and find ways to still make offense happen and score points. I mean, they've got Juwan Jennings has 2 thrown touchdowns already, right? So I think that this should be an exciting matchup. The fact that it's at 7 is just kind of surprising me, kind of throwing me off a little bit. Denver being favored, and they're not going to believe in those Bills on the road. I'm not either personally, but it's still surprising though. But the Broncos, they just keep winning games. And if it's a close game situation like this, we've seen I don't think the Broncos lost a single close game all year. That one you kind of understand. New England at home, -3 against the Texans offense that I'm not going to say has struggled, but hasn't looked like the New York or the New England offense. That's still the best defense in the league, though. I think that one's going to be exciting. Ultimately, fellas, I'm going to give my picks out right now in these matchups. I do think the Bills get the job done in this game. I think the Bills win here. As much as I hate to say it, I don't think the Seahawks win. I think the 49ers win this one too. Give me the Bills, give me the 49ers, give me the Patriots, and give me the Rams. So I'm taking 2 favorites in one, and I'm taking the others in the other 2 matchups on Saturday. Not taking any favorites on Saturday, taking the 2 favorites on Sunday. JR, who are your picks?
It's tough, man. I think Seattle definitely gets it done just from home court advantage. I don't think offensively 49ers have enough to get it done over the Seahawks. That's a tough one. I was looking more into team totals, so I definitely like Seattle's team total around the 23-24 mark. I definitely think that they get over the hump. I don't necessarily know if San Fran will be able to score 21 plus points very convincingly for me to put money on it. I do like Christian McCaffrey for a touchdown. It's -130 right now. That's the only offensive line that I like, but I still need to do a little bit more deeper digging. The only thing I have so far are those 2 lines, and then I'm definitely going to take JSN for some yardage there.
Got any picks in the Sunday games?
That's what I was just looking at. I'm trying to get them pulled up. For whatever reason, my Wi-Fi is being janky here. Give me like 30 seconds. Let Curtis go. Let Matt go.
Matt, we've got Curtis joining us right now as well here on the stream. Curtis Phillips, a.k.a. Philly Picks, our handicapper here on the show. Philly, I just gave my picks out for the 4 playoff games this Saturday, the divisional round games with the Bills, Broncos on Saturday, 49ers, Seahawks on Saturday. I went Bills, 49ers, straight up, money line on both. That's how I'm feeling on the Saturday games. On the Sunday games, I'm kind of feeling the favorites. I'm thinking the Patriots get the job done, and I'm thinking the Rams get the job done. I wanted to see before we get Matt's picks, because we know Matt's a big Patriots guy on the show. You're a big Bears guy on the show. Outside of the Bears game, which I do want your pick on that one as well, how are you feeling about these divisional round games, and who do you have winning them?
Yeah, they should all be interesting. The Bills and Broncos these are 2 teams that I haven't really been fond of all season, but this is, Josh Allen, it's his time to shine. This is the year. There's no Joe Burrow, no Patrick Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson. So if it's any year to win it, it's this year. He's been great. this season against teams with a 500 or better record. I think Denver's a little fraudulent 1 seed, maybe one of the worst 1 seeds we've seen in a while. They won like 11 one-score games against not so great opponents. So not a huge fan of Bills' rush defense, but I do think Josh Allen will find a way to win. So I think Bills get that one. San Fran, I think 7 points is too much. I saw Seahawks, they dominated the last matchup defensively, but I think just Kyle Shanahan's coaching, even if guys go down, they'll find a way to cover that in a division matchup. So I'm not sure who wins that game, but I do like San Fran to cover. And then the other game besides the Bears is the excuse me, sorry for the background noise. Got a kid, but sorry about that. Go ahead, Roman.
Yeah, Matt, how are you feeling about this Patriots-Texans game on Sunday? Your Patriots 3-point favorites. I'm sure you're going to feeling positive that they can get the win here.
Yeah, I do. I honestly do like the Texans in this matchup. Sorry.
Go ahead, Matt. I forgot to mute myself there.
We can't hear Matt on the audio.
Playing in that weather. It's going to be really tough for them to overcome the Texans' defensive line. The Patriots have gotten some pretty good offensive line pieces coming back with Will Campbell specifically, but I did see some news today that Nico Collins is still out with a concussion, so that basically limits him to a really low chance of him coming back by Sunday due to concussion protocol measures. I know C.J. Stroud hasn't been a big deal in these playoffs, but losing Nico Collins is not good for them either way you see. Hesitantly confident with this Patriots team. Almost one where it seems like the dream run is almost run its course. I get some bad feelings, but playing at home I think is going to be a big factor.
I think it is huge. I think getting that home crowd out there again for another one of these situations is big, right? They haven't gotten to feel this type of divisional round type of game and atmosphere in quite some time. So ultimately, though, with Nico Collins sitting at questionable for the concussion, it's already Thursday, That should be exactly what the Patriots need, I think. If you get limited Nico Collins, even if he comes back, if he's maybe not his 100% true self, that really can kind of limit the pass game for the Texans at times. Now, they kind of cut up on the Steelers every time they played man defense. Patriots don't play that much man defense as much as the Steelers. They'll have its moments out there, but the Patriots defense can really switch things up and put teams in tough spots. So I expect them to do that. Fellas, I kind of want to see I wanted to see where these odds were at, because I was going to show what the parlay is. Now, if you don't maybe believe in the 49ers to win, but you think they can cover that +7, you can go +7, Patriots money line, Rams money line, and then, of course, they're not even offering me the first game here. Bills, I think Bills win this one. That's 49ers at +7 with the Patriots, Rams, and Bills all on the other 4 legs, or the other 3 legs on a 4-leg parlay. That's +760. You can take any one of those off and still have pretty great odds. If you like there's 2 or 3 out of those 4, that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like Philly was kind of leading on to the same kind of a thing there. Not necessarily feeling like the 49ers maybe are going to win, but definitely can feel like they can cover. I'm seeing a lot of mixed reviews on the 49ers, but I wanted to get some NBA, NFL chatter out. Because we'll have these games on Sunday. And I think it's kind of important for us to watch those odds move and see where they're at. Bills -102 right now. I bet you the 49ers could drop down to maybe a 6.5 or maybe even up to a 7.5, depending on how that game gets bet as well. But that's a little bit of the NFL playoff divisional round talks for us right here, right now. JR, talk to us about last night's bets. How'd you do?
We went 3-1. Can't think of the one loss off the top of my head. Believe it was the last under that I took, but drawing a blank. Sorry, my internet is completely out. I'm running off a hotspot right now, so I can't.
Yeah, it wasn't the Kobe White under. We hit on that one.
Yeah,
Great call there.
The under for Jamal Murray covered as well, under the 6.5 assists. He finished with 5. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. I have it on my little tracker. That's the only way. I take way too many bets for human good here. But anyways, we can move on to tonight's slate and go from there.
Let's do it.
3-1 is what I know the record was. I just can't pull up what that last one was. I want to say it was points and rebounds for somebody, but
I had the Bulls last night -3.5. That one unfortunate. They get the win, kind of a sweaty win for them, but not covering the 4 points for me as they do only win by 2 points. We had Maxey as well, 25 plus points. He doesn't cover that, so those two weren't great for us. We had Aaron Gordon over 6.5 rebounds. I don't remember if we gave that one out officially or not. Of course, he finishes right at 6. And then the Kawhi Leonard 25 plus does hit. So we go 1-3 on the night in the NBA for us last night. I think Philly had a couple of hitters for us. Don't know if he's back in yet on the audio side. Philly, how was your last night's official punches?
Yeah, we break even. Sorry about the interruption there, but we break even, go 2-2. Colorado plus 8.5. We got hooked on there, so it was almost a 3-1 night. Arkansas -11.5 hit. Mitchell Robinson over 8.5 rebounds hit, and we missed on Michael Porter Jr. PR line. So we go 2-2.
2-2, not a bad night. Better than my 1-3. Better than, not as good as JR's 3-1 night. But this is the bounce back day for us here, Philly. Continuing on for the little bit of a hot streak that JR has been on as well. We've got Matt with us to maybe throw out a pick. Matt gave out a pick earlier today. Matt, which one was that?
Rockets spread against the Thunder.
That's right. Rockets spread against the Thunder. He likes the Rockets to maybe cover that plus 4.5. I think that's still where it's sitting at. I like that one to be a close, exciting game. I think this will be one of the better games we've had this season. Go ahead, JR.
I know what it was. It wasn't a loss. 3-0 on official picks. It was the Fernando Mendoza 2 passing TDs and the Indiana money line that was a combo play for.
Oh yeah, you gave out official. Yeah,
that's what it was. That was the one, but the other 3 hits.
3-0 sweep. 3-0 sweep. Fellas, let's start with a triple punch parlay. Do you guys have your parlay pieces ready? We can make that a quad punch too if we want. Now that we've got Matt joining us, we'll let Matt give out his ticket punch of the night. On top of that Houston pick. Matt, you got a second punch for the night?
I do. I was looking earlier. I noticed that on the way in, they announced that Jalen Brunson's not playing tonight. So I'm actually I'm looking at Deuce McBride to make 3+3 tonight at -107.
He's going to get the shots up. Some points are going to have to come in from somewhere when the Knicks are without Brunson. The ball gets shared a lot more. A lot of guys get more looks. So I like that one for sure. We can maybe throw that on a little bit of a quad punch as well here for the day. Appreciate you there, Matt. Curtis, you got your triple punch parlay piece ready for the night?
Yeah, I'll go off the fly. It's in that same game, actually. Like Matt said, Jalen Brunson is out in this game. Mitchell Robinson's also out. Josh Hart, production usually goes up. I'm going to take him for a double-double at +170. We know this guy likes to kind of stat pad, with guys like Brunson out. So I like him to get a double-double.
I'm not mad at that. JR, have you gotten yours ready?
Yeah, we're going to go Josh Hart under 6.5 assists.
Josh Hart.
Yep, 80% or 90 percentile in the last 10. He's only missed once. One of the misses were within the last 5. Golden State is top 12 in position defense, but I like this overall. Expected value here for the EV is 62%. So I like the wings of Golden State to be able to, manage him and not allow the 6.5. I told you I was going to start playing devil's advocate here and taking some unders. That this is what I'm going to do until the offensive side of things start to change around a little bit for the NBA. I feel like unders are hitting off for some of the things outside of points, and so I'm gonna test this out for the rest of the month and see how we go record wise.
Like the new strat there. I'm not mad at that. We'll see how it looks. I'll start tailing some of these with you. I'm a big under better when it comes to total game stuff. Not the biggest under better on player props. Never have been because of the reason you gave out perfectly yesterday. They're trained and paid to do quite literally what we want them to do. And it's kind of hard to go against that at all times. But you look at certain things, right? Certain guys will do something one night. They'll have 8 rebounds one night. A guy that's normally in that 5 and 6 range, and now all of a sudden they have him at 7.5, right? Yeah. you find those little kind of moments which are ever changing. It's not the same guy every night. It's certain guys that you have to see how the role players get more minutes because of injuries, and kind of got to follow all of that. I'm going Tyler Hero 20-plus points tonight. I feel like Tyler's finally starting to get back in that groove, getting back healthy a little bit. He's also getting regular minutes as of his last game as well, which was on Tuesday to the Phoenix Suns. He had 23 points in that one. Didn't shoot all that well, but he got to the free throw line, fellas, and that's kind of where I'm at, is the fact that he's kind of getting back to playing through that contact again and accepting that contact and wanting that. I think that's a good sign. I think he can get 20-plus points tonight. I know how we all feel about betting on UK players, but look, he's a Heat player. He plays for the Heat. He's made this money plenty of times. He can continue to do so. Give me Tyler Hero on the 20-plus tonight for my triple punch piece. I'm also going to make that an official punch because that's the first one I had today, first one I found, first one I was confident in. Curtis, do you have an official punch or a couple of official punches you want to drop for tonight? College basketball or NBA? Doesn't matter. Lay them out for us.
Yep, I have 2 in the NBA, 1 in the NHL. So first we'll go Rockets and Thunder under the 222.5 at -110. These are 2 of the best defenses in the entire NBA. They're first and third in opponents' points per game. Both of these offenses haven't been the best as of late. So, and Rockets games are under in 6 of the last 7. So I think this is just going to be a defensive battle, something in the range of, 100 to 105. So I get to go under. And then the late game, I know we are on Josh Hart, double-double. I'll take his 27.5 PRA line at -115. He's hit this in 5 straight without Jalen Brunson. He becomes more of a facilitator and rebounder, and he also scores a little bit more when Brunson's out. So I like him to do good tonight against the Warriors. And then the NHL, we like the Bruins 3-way money line. If y'all know what that is, it's the Bruins to win in regulation, so to not win in overtime. They're on a streak. They have 4 straight wins. They've all been in regulation. They just played this Seattle Kraken team last week where they got beat, I believe 7-4. I'm expecting them to bounce back at home, which their home and away splits are drastically different, way better at home than on the road. So I like the Bruins 3-way money line. That's -105.
I like it. JR, got some quick official punches for us?
Yeah, we're gonna roll.
Wait, and Curtis, you're going against JR there with your double-double.
I love it. May the best man win.
I like it. I like a little bit of some odds go against each other here on the Ticket Puncher show today. But JR, what you got officially for us?
Yeah, we're gonna go Musa Diabate. We know our Lakers' interior defense is not good, so I'm going to go against our 10:30 slate here with Lakers going against Charlotte. Musa, 9.5 points. 9.5 rebounds. We have not been rebounding good. Ayton's not my most favorite guy. Musa is 80 percentile in this, so plus 105. I found us a plus edge here. I do think he gets 10 boards. He has been banging down low. If you want to alt him down to 8.5, that's -150, but that's my favorite line. I do think we give up 10 boards to their center position very easily. And my second one is going to be Mikal Bridges over 4.5 rebounds. Another plus money play, plus 114.
I got a second here as well, going on top of my Tyler Hero 20-plus points. We're staying with another 20-point-plus scorer tonight, and that's going to be Alperen Sengun going up against the Thunder. I like the way he plays against these kinds of teams. They don't have the size to stop him from getting to his spots down low. I think they finally got to that point where they know to play through him in certain moments offensively, depending on the matchup out there. And I like Alperen Sengun to go have an efficient 20 in this one. I also like third official punch for me tonight. San Antonio Spurs money line straight up with the Bucks, hosting the Bucks. Wemby playing, everybody should be good to go in this one. A Bucks team that has just been not good outside of Giannis. Especially offensively, they struggle to find to take high quality shots. They've got the athletes. They just it's a Doc Rivers led offense that doesn't have a true point guard in it. We know what that looks like. And I don't think that looks like a team that's going to go and get a road win tonight against the Spurs. I also have a hockey play for tonight. This one I'll admit I stole this one. Doing a little bit of VSiN watching earlier, listening to a couple of hockey handicappers just because I'm trying to get more in tune with some hockey, get more in tune with just reading what teams are doing and trying to conclude myself with that, right? Trying to actually get some statistical things and factual evidence as to why they're winning and losing the good teams, right? But I'm on the Pittsburgh Penguins tonight. Philadelphia Flyers in their last 10 have been very, very questionable defensively and both not necessarily getting the goals that they need to in any of those matchups either. Pittsburgh itself, they've been getting the goals. I like the line at 3.5, over 3.5 tonight for a plus money goal spot for them as well as a jab if you want. But give me the Pittsburgh Penguins money line at home with the Flyers who have been shaky on the road and just defensively altogether to get a win. That's going to be my official punches right there, and that's ultimately going to wrap us up here, fellas. If there's anything else you guys want to add, Matt, Philly, JR, go ahead and add it now.
I don't got anything.
Yep, all good.
And this is gonna wrap us up here on the Ticket Punchers. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for listening. We'll be on YouTube and X here for a few more minutes, and we'll have a program note for tomorrow as well about next week and how things are going to go going forward. A couple of changes, but we're still going to be punching tickets. Fellas, you know the drill. Let's go punch them.
Punch those tickets.
Appreciate it. No problem. All right, fellas, I don't have much time here. I wanted to rewrite down the triple punch, though. I didn't get your all's triple punch pieces. JR,
Yeah.
you had the under.
Yeah, under. What the hell was it? Under Josh Hart, 6.5 assists. Also, like Dylan Brooks under 23.5 points.
Okay.
Going up
Which
against.
one do you want to call the triple punch?
What I gave out, it'll be Josh Hart under 6.5 assists.
All right, Hart under 6.5.
I don't think he's freaky like that against Golden State.
Hero 20 plus. And what was yours, Philly? Yours was in the San Antonio OKC game, but I can't remember the prop. Oh, baby had me distracted. Oh, he might.
Just text him to us in the chat.
Okay.
And we'll get him out for you. Let's get Matt's in here. We might as well just bring Matt on full time. He ain't doing shit anyway. Just bring him in.
Yeah, Matt. You know, I told him whenever. It's just weird because he's not here at 5:30 every day.
I know.
Some days.
I'm joking. I told Curtis. I said, Curtis, Roman better watch his job. Matt came in and killed it hosting the other day.
I know he did. He did a great job.
Yeah.
Had a couple winners too. So.
Yep. But no,
Sorry about that, fellas.
Very good.
No worries. No worries at all.
Listen, the babies can punch tickets too, baby.
That's right. Say punch them.
Yeah, man.
You know, put a couple teams in front of him, and whichever hand he picks, I'll bet him tonight.
That's right.
That's what I was doing with Harlow for a little bit. I was what's it at? Oh, these. I was doing the NFL thing where I got all the little mini helms.
Oh, helmet.
I was like, all right, so we got Bucks versus Vikings, and literally whichever one she would choose, you know, to a certain extent for the 50-50 minus 105, minus 110 games.
Yeah.
Letting her pick, but for the stuff that was a landslide, hell no.
I like that. That's fun.
Yep. I got everything. I told y'all if y'all ever want to come over and do a session in the man cave, we can do a live thing here, watch a game. I got the whole setup.
Listen, I mean, like every Thursday, or not Thursday, or every Monday or something. One of those 2 days that we're not on radio.
Yeah.
I wish. I mean, we could probably get on radio. No, it's just not worth it to ask about Mondays because of the 7 p.m. show.
Yeah, we're good.
Well,
I mean, we can go
7
live.
to 7:30 on Mondays. We'll get kicked off half the year because of something that's this is on at 7 on Monday. We can't have you guys on. That was supposed to happen today. Like Bellarmine's kicking off anything that's on radio at 5:45 is done now because Bellarmine was supposed to play at 5:45, but we actually just wrote that shit down wrong.
Yeah. So we going live on X and the other platforms would be much easier.
That's the thing. Do you guys want to wait for me at 6:30, or do you guys at 6? I mean, 5:30 to 6 is 6 to 6:30 is what's really perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the later in the day, the better the viewership. So, you know, I would say outside of the NBA games and like when it's college season, it's kind of tough because some of them games is 7:30, 8:10, 8:15, 8:30 tip off games. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, if we get those plays out earlier in the day and then still go live and talk through it or whatever, I'm fine. That's why I was saying
it's not like we have to get. I got to stop thinking we got to give plays while we talk. We don't have to do that.
No, like that's what I was saying. Like that the way that Matt did it, where we just talk straight sports all the way through, and then the last 10 minutes we really got into it, where we just hammered everything out. Like that for people who are getting off late or just rolling into the stream late, they can just go to the last 10 minutes and then really figure out, what's what.
Let's start doing that every time now instead of just Tuesdays. Then.
Yeah, I like it.
We'll do that every day then. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah, that works.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay with you guys still?
Yeah, we'll get it done.
Here's the thing, like we'll have days where the Louisville Kings is going to get kicked off at like, hey, you guys got to be done 5:45 to 6, and it's like, Matt, do you want to come in for 30 minutes? No, that'll be a day where it's like we'll just do ticket punchers till 6 instead. If it's something that's like we can't go on the radio after 6 o'clock anyway, we'll still have those random days, like those couple of Mondays we've had where we just went on randomly, because Dalton Pence was out. So there'll be more of those kinds of days going forward. But our boy Matt got himself a show. He earned himself his own show. So we I'm definitely willing to give up a day. So Matt can.
I also want to get them on the watch-alongs with us.
Yeah, we're gonna do watch-alongs
because Trey wants us at halftime to do picks, like live betting.
Louisville Kings, we're gonna have full access to their game day and their media day stuff. So
hell yeah, I've been screaming that for the longest.
I've wagered on you. I've done my fair share of UFL betting before.
Yeah,
I'll do a little bit more.
When do those games start? For the
March.
UFL? March? Oh. Yeah, I'll be there.
I think they got 5 of them at Louisville City.
I think so.
5 or 6 of them are here that's their home games.
Right.
We can do whatever we want for those pretty much. And then like the away games, we're gonna like all meet up somewhere where it's like this, except there's a TV, like JR's house. If we can borrow it, we'll all meet at JR's and put a Louisville Kings shirt on and just watch the game and talk. You know what I mean? So
let's do it.
Hell yeah.
I'll get on the grill, cook us up some fillets.
I want to get you guys both on the radio. And now that I think about it, Mike's 2 days that he's out where we're hosting are going to be perfect for that.
We can do that.
I might see what time frame of day you guys are free between 2 to 6 next Monday and Wednesday. I mean Tuesday.
Yeah. What type of stint on the radio? Like how long?
Whatever you can give me. If you can come in from 3 to 4, I can come in from 3 to 4. Yeah, it'll be Mike Rutherford show, so it'll be all U of L. It won't be our betting stuff, but it'll be. We'll incorporate other stuff. I'll be like, we're gonna do like, am I the asshole? On Reddit, you just type in "Am I the asshole?" and those stories pop up, or it's like a genuine person questioning if they are in the wrong in a situation. Like, me and Matt are gonna read one of those. Like it's kind of random, but we're still gonna make that happen. So. Yeah. Let me end stream real quick. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for listening. Go punch those tickets, like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy. We know that we love you for listening.